Hello agents and welcome to another Division video. It was the last 19 hours of the global event Blackout and I decided to try out the incursion Falcon Lost solo. Blackout is a great modifier that actually helps a lot during the gameplay because of all that shocking you are inflicting on the enemies. But the real problem during this incursion run was not the enemies, but a way of how to plant a device on that APC and stay alive at the same time. Now, I will guide you a little bit through the gameplay and tell you things that I found out are the most important in order to finish this incursion solo. I am using 6000 stamina striker and I did die a couple of times during this gameplay, but I edited videos so you guys can see it all without repeating the stuff. As you can see, the very first part of the game is really easy. You just have to take out those two shotgunners and then you can run to the next part. You don't actually have to find all those drones in the beginning or the enemies that are just across the side across you. So once we are enter the main room, we will go immediately down and take out position on the staircases on that small platform on the right side. For the beginning of the game, this is the best possible spot where you wanna be. From this spot you are able to see all the enemies that are coming, and as I said in the beginning, the enemies are not a true problem comparing to the placing the device on the APC. I try a couple of times with a couple of different methods, but as always the simple solution is probably the best one. I tried to use the tactical link, I tried to use the revive station, but the main thing about the placing the device on the APC is where you actually are going to place your immune box or your revive station or whatever you are using. I will tell you immediately. I was using the immune station all the time. When you are using immune station, those drones, when they show up, are not going to be able to shock you or disrupt you. And another reason why I did use immune station all the time is that I didn't wanna waste my time on switching the boxes. I saw a couple of videos where people were using revive station during the placing that device on the APC, which is going to be after the third wave. Actually, in the fourth wave we are going to get the explosives. The first four waves are really easy, nothing special to do. Actually, you just need to finish off all the enemies, pick up that explosives, and as you will see, always run on the left side of the room and place the explosives. So I was saying that I was looking videos where people were using revive station at the moment where they're going to put the station on the floor and activate that device on the APC, but you will see what I'm talking about once we get to that part. Basically, I was having the setup throughout the whole gameplay all the same: immune station and first aid heal. So those are the two skills that I were using during the gameplay. The build is 6000 stamina striker. It is fully optimized. One of my future videos is going to be something about the striker, how this build evolved through the time. Not really from the first beginning of the striker, but actually these last couple of months when the 1.8 and 1.8.1 hit, when those updates hit. I will tell you what I think about striker and why I was using this particular build in this incursion. I know I'm babbling, guys, but I just wanna have a video where you're going to understand it all if you are newer player in the division. So this is the best position where you wanna be. As I said, you're perfectly seeing all the enemies. Even later in the game, I was probably I don't know, I was down there in a pit couple of waves, but now when I finish this incursion, I think that even those higher waves will be better off if I stayed here, not going to the pit at all, only when you have to replenish your ammo. That way you can finish off enemies quicker, and you actually know where they are exactly. You don't have to search and look for them out of the pit, which can be frustrating. Sometimes you will see the part where I'm having a problem with the snipers, which are, I believe, in the 6th wave. But anyway, guys, I will just stop babbling for a couple of minutes, and I will join you once we are going to put that device on the APC. Okay, now these drones are coming. First off, they are going to appear from your left side. I guess I'm not going to stop babbling. And this wave is not particularly hard. You just have to finish off those drones, and immune station on the floor is going to prevent them from shocking you. All the time you have to be careful and try to avoid those bombs that are coming from the APCs and those shocking blind death effects that are happening once they hit you, but really they cannot kill you. I'm having a predatory on one of my rifles, and this is the main source of healing beside the striker healing. That is awesome. I'm having like minimum 6,000. Everything else is into firearms, and when I started to play, I actually had the wrong rifle. I had even better rifle for this, but I was testing out something with my bullfrog, and I started to play with this build setup with the bullfrog in my hands. Anyway, I managed to finish even with this. But on the side, the bullfrog is awesome weapon with the striker. Because of the high RPM, you are stacking your heals and your damage real quick. Now this is the part where I was careless and almost died, but really build is working perfect for this scenario. Okay, now I finished the first guy with the device, and I'm going to pick up the device and going to plant it on the APC, and I will tell you what's going on there. As I said, usually people are using the this is the part where you need to jump through. You don't want that turrets to hit you. Okay, I will place the device right beside the first turret, so the second turret is going to open fire on that box, and it's not going to hit me. I will buy a couple of seconds for myself to plant the device, and I find that this is probably the best way, at least for me. You don't have to use tactical link, which I was wanting to say a couple of seconds before, couldn't remember. I don't need to use tactical link or anything else. I'm always having my survival link in case I'm going down from the turrets or enemies. It is going to revive me, and I don't have to waste the time to switch back and forth my signature ability skill. I'm always running with the survival link, and this shows to me the best possible way to plant the device. I hope you understand what I wanted to say. Everything else during this gameplay, it's depending on your skill, how you can quickly finish off the enemies, and the basic knowledge where actually enemies are going to spawn. I'm not that much familiar. I played this just a couple of times. Really wanted to do this solo. I take advantage of the Blackout, which is giving me a fair advantage comparing to the non-Blackout version of the game, as I said in the beginning, but nevertheless I thought it's a nice gameplay. I wanted to show you guys. So the main problem for me during this gameplay, during Falcon Lost, was to plant that device. I always died after I or during the time when I wanted planted that device. So after these first 4 waves, and when after you plant the first device on the APC, you want to go back down here in the pit, or as I said earlier, you can really stay up there in the position where I was first, because from that position you are able to see enemies better. Only problem is they are hitting really hard, and you really have to take out at least one side of the enemies. I'm talking about those snipers on the balconies, because if you are just lurking out, they are going to hit you from both sides. So I was having more than usual problems with those snipers here. I almost died, but somehow I managed to clear them off. But be careful, once you're aiming at one side, you will have a problem because they will hit in you from your back. So suggestion is to try to finish the one side and then focus on the other one. It is not really a big problem, but I truly believe if I stayed up, that it might be even easier for me to finish up those enemies.
Sir, incoming signal.
Before this incursion was really hard to finish. I'm talking about classified gear sets. Now with the classified gear sets, and if you're having a fully optimized build, the damage coming from the enemy is not really the problem. Okay, maybe in the last couple of waves you will see I was having a hard time, because they are going to drop everything on you. I mean, the seekers and those drones, and I don't know, they're gonna throw everything at you, and you really have to balance between both sides of the enemy. Now you can see this angle. Once you are on this side of the pit, you can just take a cover on this wall, and this is going to prevent any hits from the APC to actually damage you. You can see that hits are falling around me, but they are not actually making a damage to me. So this is the best place where you want to be if you are in the pit, but you really have to also take care about the other side of the pit, and actually you want to look left and right all the time and try to predict where the enemies are going to spawn. But this small piece of wall where I was taking cover just a couple of seconds ago is the main spot for surviving the waves of enemies in the pit. Right down here. As you can see, I'm still struggling with those snipers. They are so annoying because they are hiding all the time, and actually they are, I will say, pain in the ass in this run. I had some previous runs where I didn't have that much problem with those snipers, but somehow this time I had really hard time taking them down. Okay, this is the place where those nades coming from the APC are not really going to hurt you. And if you're having your immunizer box on the floor, you will be ready to survive almost anything in this incursion. I think only one of those snipers left, and hopefully I'm going to finish him now. The most frustrating thing in this incursion is to plant that device. As I said already, you can go like 4 waves, plant the device, and then die right after. That happened to me a couple of times. The great thing about it is that if you manage to plant the device on the APC and the device actually explode, you are going to spawn, even if you are killed after that, right after you plant the device.
We've got more drones ready. Get them launched. I'm losing patience.
They are like checkpoints. If you successfully plant the device and you die, you will spawn right after the wave you were before. So planting the device is crucial. You are not going to lose any of your progress, not too much of your progress, once the device is set up. Drones are annoying, but not actually deadly. They can disrupt you, and you have to be careful during that time that other enemies are not able to hit you, so you wanna lurk outside from the pit and try to find the enemies as quick as you can. Another thing about planting the device is timing. Actually, during the last wave where you are picking up the device from one of the enemies, and you need to wait until you clear out almost all of them. I figure out that the best way is to leave at least 1 or 2 enemies alive from that wave and go to plant that device immediately, because if you are waiting too much, another wave of enemies is going to spawn and you will have a really hard time to plant that device on the NPC, because you will have a full wave of enemies shooting at you and those 2 turrets which are surrounding the APC. So best case scenario is you leave one of the enemies from the last wave and go immediately to the APC and try to plant the device. Actually, timing, it's really important if you want to do that successfully. I didn't see anybody mentioning that, but I figured it out while I was playing by myself, because if another wave of enemies spawn, it will just prolong the time and you will have less and less concentration to finish this incursion. Because let's be honest, it's minimum 30 minutes. I managed to finish this one 40 minutes in total, but more or less you can count on 35 to 50 minutes to finish this. I know a lot of people try to finish this one with the defense build, but I really don't like the defense build because of the speed of the agent. You actually have to walk around all time with your shield, and it is effective way, but I wanted to do this with the striker. Okay, when you see those small tiles on the floor, you wanna jump. That way you will avoid the turret, and also you wanna jump here in order to avoid the fire coming from those 2 turrets. Okay, cover to cover, plant the immunizer where the second turret can hit the box. You are disabling the first turret here on that panel on the wall, and you are having enough time to put down the device. As you can see, recover a link, save my ass here, and I successfully managed. On the way back, you also wanna press that button on the wall in order to stop the first turret from firing at you, to gain a little bit gap of time where you can run back safely into the pit. So this is the second device planted on the APC. We are right now at the 8th wave, and I did small cut of the video here. I finished the 9th wave and I planted device, but I died when I was going back. That was like my first death here. Never mind, I do a decent job in editing, so you probably won't even notice. Maybe only by the ammo count. But that's not really important for a video. Again, snipers, but this time I did a better job. It didn't took me too much of my time to finish this wave. Actually, those waves from 8 till 11 are not that difficult. Even the 12th, 13th wave is not that difficult, but these 14 and 15 waves are really hard. Enemies hitting harder, the
Got him. Now finish the job.
elite enemies are showing up. But as I said, this is the best place where you wanna be. Just take cover on this small piece of wall and watch out, there are a couple of angles which you can use in order to finish the enemies. They will spawn right here on the left side of the screen behind that box, whatever it is on the floor, and you also have to take care of your back, where they are also taking some nasty angles in order to finish you, so you have to be careful. I almost died here because I'm stupid. Spend my recovery link for nothing. But never mind. We are going on. You see now the APC is hitting, but I'm in the cover and it's not really affecting me. Now a little bit of bullfrog. It's awesome gun, really. Okay guys, like 5 more waves to go and this is going to be it. I'm trying to remember if there's anything else I should tell you about this incursion, but I think we covered the basics, and now only thing you need to do is try to play it. I will definitely try to finish this one now when the Blackout is finished, and if I manage to finish this one without the Blackout modifier, I will also post a video about it. But this video may serve you in order to figure out where the enemies are spawning in which wave, or how to plant that device. I really hope that I managed to explain you how to plant the device without getting killed. Anyway guys, that's it. I'm not going to babble anymore. I will leave you to see the gameplay till the end if you want. If you find this video funny in any way, just drop a like, comment if you have any questions, subscribe if you are new to the channel, and I will see you guys in my next video.
Just you and me.
We need those explosives placed, Agent. Agent, you need to get...
They got the turrets! Shit! Brace yourself! Damn it! We're going down, Captain! Shut up and take him out! Load it up, sir! Fire!
Warning. Incoming hostiles detected.
Maintain heavy fire! Eyes on target! Boom! Headshot! Stay focused. The red's hit, sir! Keep up the pressure!
Warning. Incoming hostiles detected. Warning. Incoming hostiles detected. Incoming hostiles detected. Warning. Explosive device detected.
Force up and running.
Agent, you need to place those explosives. Agent, you need to get those explosives placed. We need those explosives placed, Agent.
If we're going down, so are they! Fire! Okay. Oh, fuck!
Hostile vehicle destroyed.
Good job out there. We lost some really good people, but if that APC hadn't been stopped, the situation would have been much worse. We managed to stop any airstrikes on the city, for now. If the LMB regroups, we risk losing everything we've worked so hard to gain. Stability won't come easily. We can't rest just yet. None of us can. Plow out.